Purple cups of champagne, 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 champagne.
Ladies and ugly men, welcome to Purple Cups of Champagne. I'm your host, Handsome Contreras.
What's going on, everybody? Security John Chetty, a.k.a. the Brown Pat Riley.
It's your boy Josh, a.k.a. FA The Product on Twitter, Instagram.
And we're here in New York's famous Mikey Likes It ice cream shop. Anybody not familiar with it? I don't know.
You've been under a rock or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Been under a heavy rock. We're here with Mike.
I'm Mikey Cole, founder of Mikey Likes It Ice Cream here. And, my job here is I create not only the flavors, but try to, keep the vibe and everything going. And I'm fortunate to have, a great support team and staff that executes the vision. And what we use this product of ice cream as a positive reinforcement tool to different, really movements and really for the culture. Like we do this for ourselves to grow as a people, not singling any race or anything out. It's for everybody. And ice cream's for everybody. For those who even think they can't have ice cream, you come around me, I make sure you can. Vegan, whether you can't have sugar, you can't have wheat, whatever. I can make it so you can have ice cream, and that's what we intend to do here is change the narrative of our people with this product and really just have wholesome fun.
Right.
All the way across the board.
I see you're very involved in the community and whatnot. Where did this idea, though, for ice cream start? Like, what made you get into ice cream? If I'm thinking about it like that.
Well, this started because it's kind of like, I guess, there's the Einstein under the tree where the apple hit him in the head or something.
Yeah. Okay.
My aunt had passed away, and when my aunt passed, I was cleaning out the apartment, and my aunt was a chef. She was going to chef school.
Awesome.
So a couple years I'd sit and go to after school with her where I couldn't go to the boys club or somewhere to play ball or whatever. And I'd just be in the corner whipping stuff up, trying to keep up with the class.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And a little kid, whatever, your aunt's in the class, you just coming in and they're trying to keep you tied up so you're not bothering them.
Right.
And that's why I really owned my cooking skills, learned there. I'd be at home and they'd be like, clean this, clean that. But the ice cream fell on me because when my aunt passed, as I was cleaning out the apartment, her apartment, I found recipe books from what she was just reading and writing for her own self.
Okay.
And when one of the books fell, I opened it, and the two recipes it went to was ice cream, vanilla ice cream, and ratatouille.
Oh, wow.
So your aunt had a recipe for ice cream.
Yes.
Wow. Like that's
It's
that's
meant to
amazing.
be.
Yeah.
Because it opened to that.
Right.
And when I opened it, I was like, I got nothing to do. I'm in my house cleaning up. My aunt passing. My mom was actually on her deathbed. God willing, my mom turned out of it and is still alive now.
God bless.
And as I was preparing like the funeral, trying to see what's going on, this became like my therapy of being like, what do I do?
Right.
So the first thing I was like, I'm not cooking no ratatouille. I could never pronounce the joint. I didn't know what was going on. And so I was like, you know what, vanilla ice cream, that seems basic. I'll start with that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And then from there, I kind of just went downstairs. I lived on top of a supermarket. So I ran downstairs to the supermarket associated and just started buying stuff.
Where was this?
When was this?
Where?
14th Street, between A and 1st.
Oh, so where the other stores at, no?
Yes.
Okay.
The other stores down on 12th and 13th and Avenue A.
Gotcha.
So I live on 14th Street, and I would go to the supermarket and be like, yo, I'm going to buy this, I'm going to buy that. I started researching how to make vanilla ice cream. I made the worst ice cream I ever made. You know what I'm saying? I had no machine, didn't know what it was.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, who was trying it though? Like your people, like your family, your friends, or you just
me? I was
okay.
I'm the number one quality control.
I like that.
There, you know
Woo, good pop.
and I went straight to it. Like I made some ice cream. I thought it was whack, and I was like, chill, I gotta change this.
Yeah.
Then from then on, I was like, all right, let me go to Bed Bath & Beyond. I bought like a little tabletop machine.
I seen
that's
those.
when I started.
Yeah. What made you not quit though?
What makes you not quit is when people anoint you. So like, you play street ball.
Right.
What happens is the announcer who dictates who's who.
Okay.
So the announcer names you. Ooh, that boy getting buckets. That's that man. And
Right.
thank you, sir. And with that, I was like, hey, I'm gonna make sure that the people anoint me as being the number one ice cream dude that they pass.
Nice.
Wow, I like
You know what
that.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Right.
that's just why I wanted to stake my claim. Like being like, if I'm nice at something, I could tell myself I'm nice. I could believe in myself.
Right.
But can others believe in me?
So can we cheers to that, to the number one ice cream man?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? In the
Yo,
game.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yo, we can attest.
Yeah, absolutely.
before
Oh,
the
yeah,
show-
yeah.
By the way, I had the
We were
doughboy.
all just...
Yo.
This is nice.
Yeah, man.
And I'm gonna put something. Gotta watch out now. This is champagne. Champagne, as we call it.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
tag
We do
that.
the same.
Yeah.
That's funny.
When
Yeah.
we're over, before we're done with this, I'm gonna give you a scoop of my champagne ice cream.
Oh, nice. Thank you,
okay.
So I
man.
have my coming to
Appreciate that,
America.
man.
Is it purple?
It's Moet Rosé ice cream. It's not purple, but it has like little.
We got to work on that.
We're going to
work
pitch
on
you
that.
before the show's over. We're going to
that's
pitch you
what
on a
it
purple
is.
ice
That's
cream.
what it is.
Like right now. That's going to happen.
It's coming to America, you said?
Yeah,
That's
so
fire.
this
Yeah,
I
work.
made. I'm talking about a bunch of years ago. I started with Moet Rosé nectar. I made that into ice cream. A little bit of rose water
Nice.
added to kick up the rose flavor.
Yeah.
I had eaten some Turkish rose candies, and I was like, I gotta turn this into ice cream. So I blended those three together, chopped up some rose petals from when the movie they throw the rose petals on the
Oh,
floor.
that's ill. Yeah, it's ill.
man.
And I chopped that up and I folded that into the ice cream. So you could eat rose petals. And so with the rosé ice cream and all that, the rose petals like accent the whole taste of the
Wow.
ice. Like it makes it a little bitter for you. Like, you know how champagne is bitter, but it's also sweet.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Hanson, we're going to wrap up the show right now? Like,
Yeah,
we're done, right?
Just to try it.
Thanks,
Just to
everybody.
try it.
Yeah,
Right
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah. Oh, who do you want, champagne?
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I'll get you.
He's like, where's my cup, man?
He's standing there.
Shout out to Benny, too. Benny was great. You know what I mean? He
Nah,
hooked
for
us
sure,
up,
for sure.
hooked us up with
For
some
real,
ice
for
cream before
Sure.
we were all...
Took care of us.
Yeah, you know.
And that's what it's about. Like, Benny's one extension of the support team that we have here. And, what we're doing is supporting each other to make sure that, greatness is achieved. And that's what we're about,
Where did the name come from? Like, is where I think it came from?
Well, that's part of it. Everyone does remember the Life cereal commercial. And the Life cereal commercial says, let's give it to Mikey, see if he likes it.
Yeah, yeah.
He likes it. And so my mom called me Mikey ever since I was a kid. So I'm talking about, to this day, my mom says Mikey in a high-pitched voice. I think I might get my butt.
right. It's
You know
on.
what I'm saying?
Shout out to moms, man.
Look at that. The whole neighborhood
the love,
sees
the
it.
love.
Word,
Yeah,
word.
the love. That's what
Love.
it's about. Like,
Love.
for us, we are people of love.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
are people from love. So if you don't show no one love, how do you expect to get love back or respect? So of
course.
that's what the ice cream is all about. It's like a second chance of what we were given to turn yourselves upside down. And mostly we deal with frowns. So let's turn frowns upside down to create smiles.
Yeah, nothing brings joy like ice cream.
I was gonna
man.
say that right now. Literally, like no one gets too old for ice cream. Like everyone is like a kid still with ice
And
cream.
now
Like,
It's
if
always
you
a
mean
good
that.
memory as a kid. Like,
Yeah.
what bad memory do you have eating ice cream other than,
Now,
you
yeah.
know?
The other day,
You're giving them
the
options
cone
as
falling
well.
on the floor.
Yeah.
That's the one thing. When the cone falls, everyone's looking like
The whole mood shifts.
They do.
No, but what you said, that now, everybody can now have ice cream because you start bringing them vegan flavors, things of that. Anything that you can make it so that people can have that joyous moment.
Yeah.
To me, that's fire. That's why I love your whole community aspect, the whole idea behind that.
100%.
What inspires a lot of the names? Because we see like hip hop names. You got a couple of flavors out there. Foxy Brown is what they had.
yes.
Doughboy's Ice Cube.
Yes.
Gotta be. Gotta be.
But now I'm going to ask you, this is Foxy Brown the rapper or Foxy Brown from...
The 70s.
Pam Grier?
Pam Grier.
Yeah.
It's Pam Grier. Okay. And I'm going to let you know right now, Mike, that was a question from my mom. My mom actually asked me. Shout out to my mom. She actually asked me. She was like, I want to know, is that Pam Grier?
Yeah.
or is Foxy Brown that you like? And I'm like, I like both of them. Equally.
What it is teaching with every time you get a chance to teach. So Pam Grier has to go to her because before Foxy got her name, she had to study somebody else and say, I'm going to be that bad watch your mouth and
yeah.
come out
100%.
and do what I do. So
Yeah.
I always want to pay homage to the originators because that's what our history is about.
Yeah.
We come from a Sim City society, and meaning that buildings get knocked down and get put back up, and no one ever remembers what used to be there. Maybe after a year or two, it's just like, that used to be that, and then it's lost in the sauce. And so
That's scary.
Our history as people, one, is very, very dear because our history has had the narrative change on us from inception.
Yeah.
When you look at a lot of the books that we're in, that we read, the books cannot depict the proper history of us.
Correct.
So we have to learn to say, how do we change that?
Yeah.
So I pay homage to always the OGs first. And that's what we were always taught. Respect your elders. Show your elders some love.
Yeah.
So we're going to go to the elders first and then see all the wisdom that they instilled on us.
Of course.
And flourish from there. You know?
I like that.
That's also why I wear the whites. You know, the white uniform is the uniform of the original milkman, ice cream man that our grandparents saw.
Yes.
So it's like I
With the
want
bottles in front of the crib.
You know what I'm saying? Just drop it, boom. So
Yo, the bow tie be looking clean. I seen the video. The bow tie
Yo,
be
and they,
clean.
you know what? And they
Yeah.
had a great relationship with that man too. Like that was an important person.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
You knew your milkman.
Yeah.
They know Mikey.
there you go. That's what it's more for too. Like
Yeah.
we want to open up. We want to talk to one another. Right now, we've been in our houses for almost 2 years. Imagine 2 years almost with no physical contact.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, like that's like when you see dogs interacting, they sniff each other and they go crazy. They're just trying to say what's up to each other.
Yeah.
It's hard to communicate. You know, so that's why I say keep it true and keep the history going, and you'll see. Hopefully, you know, God willing, this is a place that will be open till 3,000 and change. You know, you know, because how many
Ice cream will never
restaurants
go
do we
back.
see
Yeah.
100 years plus open.
Right.
I hope that this can be an establishment to have that same longevity. You know?
Well, you see how many people came in, like, while we were filming or while we were preparing to film, like, asking, like, hey, you know, so you're on the right track.
We just try, you know, also it's that's the curve of also trying to figure out who you dealing with, how you dealing with them. It's unfortunate. I come from the heart. I don't want to turn a lady away. That's
Of course, yeah.
2-3 ladies that just got turned away individual times.
Yeah.
That's not cool. That's one lady's gonna walk away and say, nah, I'm never messing with them over there. But it's just to show them that we're here from certain times to certain times.
I'll say
And
this:
when
you
come
took your
in here,
time
we'll help
though
you.
to explain to
No
them.
question.
Listen, I'm gonna be open. It's from Thursday to Sunday. We're open. Come back at this time.
How many times have you gone to a store where someone just said, "No, we ain't open"?
Yeah.
That's
facts.
it. Yeah,
And that's
like,
it.
Keep it
There's
rocking.
no- you know. But you gave them enough time to, you know, to communicate with them. Just let them know, hey, you know, swing back around this other time. You know what I mean?
And
And-
I'm gonna look out for them. So when I see them, I'll be like, "Oh, it's great to see that you came back."
Yeah, right.
Now we'll upgrade you today just to show you the love back.
Yeah,
you
too.
didn't have to come
Love
here.
that.
Nah, I
Personal
too. Yeah.
And even in the time now that we're adjusting times, I'm gonna make sure that we stay open even more.
Was that because of the pandemic or because of the seasons?
Definitely because of the pandemic.
Okay.
Season wise, we're 365. Our lifestyles
Beautiful.
are 365.
Yeah.
So the ice cream will stay open 365. Some days you don't get that many sales. Some days you get way more sales.
Right.
And so we just want to balance that out. And as long as the people know you're there, then they're going to come support that. And right now, because we close those certain days, we're going to open back up.
Okay.
The laws are saying you guys can come outside and be more outside, so we'll start opening up 7 days a week in Harlem and downtown, and we'll extend the hours. We'll go till 10 o'clock at night here, downtown 2 in the morning.
But downtown
Wow.
is already 7 days a week, right?
Gotcha. Okay. You get a lot more foot traffic
Yeah.
downtown.
We got to make sure to plug that address. How many are 2 stores at the moment?
Excuse me, and a third is popping up right now.
Nice.
So shout out to the team. We
Where
were
at?
able to secure a location at Gotham West Market.
Nice.
Wow.
We have
Yo.
agreed with
Nice.
Adam. They're running that, and Jose.
Shouts to them.
Gotham Market is on the west side, 45th and 11th.
Okay.
And imagine that's another side that we're not even on. And so we were like, we want to get into communities.
Yeah.
We want to help build these young kids to understand that you have years ahead of you and how can you reach your maximum potential.
Yes.
And let's start now when they're young.
Same
From
as
the sound of this,
yeah.
you feel like you feel like you were flourishing through the pandemic, right? Like 2020 was, you know, like I mean, a lot of businesses were affected, but you know, had to shut down, and I feel like from what it sounds like is that you guys just roll with the punches. Like you say, you know what, we got to navigate through this to get, you know, to the next level. You know,
we got beat up, but it's cool. Like, you know,
because it's easy to just throw the towel in and just say, hey, you know,
it's definitely easy to do that. But what's even better is stopping for a second and analyzing the playing field and looking and saying, how do we really help people? Like, I really am about the community because it takes a village to raise a child. How many times did you go to the store as a kid and you were 50 cents short, a quarter short? And some other person came out of nowhere and said, you know what? Youngster, put that money in your pocket. I got you. This is the time to pay it forward. So, like, during the winter time when this whole thing was happening, we wanted to close. Like, I was on some, like, I think we're going to have to, you know, shut it down by the time you analyze business. And the whole team sat down and said, bro, we know you. There's no stopping this lifestyle. We're 365. So guess what? Looks like we're going to work tomorrow.
Wow. And that's the benefit of a strong team, though. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people would have just agreed with whatever you wanted to do. You know what I mean? So they saw the vision.
And it's due to a strong leader.
Yes.
Because all of a sudden, we have those discussions. I'm
not great at leading, which I found out when I keep finding out.
Oh, this is good.
I'm great at making ice cream, though.
Yeah.
I could make some great tasting ice cream.
So let me ask you this. Do you allow other people in your organization to lead?
Yes, and that's part of it. You gotta be able to understand when to. It's about empowerment, and all of us have different tools.
Okay.
So it's like, you know, we talking basketball here. You know, one can shoot, but one can't shoot and rebound. One can't shoot, rebound, and pass. So you got to figure out with your game what you're gonna excel in.
Okay.
So it's like, you know, and then when you look at the team, you say, all right, we have a Jordan, we have a Pippen. But let's get a Rodman. Let's get a Kukoc.
Right.
You know, and let's build around everybody so we're equally as strong everywhere. And so what we've gotten as a great support team is everyone who's willing to go in for the chips, because that's what Playboy Championship.
100%.
Right? That's how the season is. Yeah. And we in here with each other learning the chemistry.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So when you see those sports movies, for the first couple of times, you got the egos going. Everybody's bumping heads. And then all of a sudden, you get heads given into the coaching system.
Yeah.
And you get the backdoor picks, and you get the threes in the face, and you get washing people by 30.
Yeah.
And you're like, then they win the chip. So that's what we're going through now, but for the season. And that's all we wanted to do was get it together to now say the leash is off come June 1st, really, because they let us go. Once June 1st comes, we're back to 100%.
100%.
So now let me give you 100% of energy that I've been waiting to give you ever since 2 years ago. We had to stop. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And so this is a long time of us sitting, being patient, you know, like holding the bomb, really, being like, I got an idea, but I can't give it to you yet.
Right.
So, you know, we eager, you know, we anxious to get out there, but every time we know that it's about making you feel happy. It's about putting the joy on you. So when anyone comes to our doors and says, hey, we appreciate you, you don't know how much we appreciate you.
Yeah.
Because you're the ones that help us keep this world spinning.
Absolutely.
I was going to say, even more than being like, well, I'm not going to say you're not or you're a leader or not a leader, but even more than that, it's like relationship based. I see a lot of what you do is like basically just building good relationships with people, and that kind of comes back and pays off. You know what I mean? Not for that reason even.
I'm a firm believer it costs you nothing to be nice to someone.
Yeah.
It starts right there, to have the respect for someone. You know, once the mutual respect is, you know, developed, the rest is, you know, you build off of that. You know what I mean? So,
but that is, relationships are what carry businesses, like not just business, but people.
Yes.
You know, how many people have you gone to grade school with that's still in your life now? You know, like that's how you got to analyze life sometimes.
Wow.
And most, you know, a lot of people say, oh, you've been my day one, this, that, and the third. So that's what it takes. The relationship that you garner through people is garnered through people, and that rapport is built off of when you say you're going to do something, it comes through. And if it doesn't, people still understand you did your best, you put your best foot forward, you can't win them all. Yeah. But, you know, like you said, it is free to support someone.
100%. Yeah.
You know, and it's like, look at how we ended up meeting.
Yeah.
We met through a great relationship of Queens Bully.
Shout out to Queens Bully.
Yeah, shout out Queens Bully.
Anthony over there, you know. the whole team over there is amazing. And it's like when they say, hey, I got something else for you, that's what it's about. That's how you grow as a unit.
Right.
So,
Spread the
this
love.
is a great way to do so and continue to do so. Like from here, imagine what else we're going to do. We're going to amplify our voices now.
For sure.
So
100%,
It's a great thing. It's amazing.
Yeah, I can't stress it enough, man. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
We appreciate that.
I caught something though. So when you mentioned the team aspect, he mentioned a '90s Bulls team. Now this guy's a diehard Knicks fan over here, so
Yeah.
tread lightly with him. You know what I mean?
I'm a Knicks
I know
fan,
he's
too.
over there. Oh, you're okay. So who
that's
you-
why you know the Bulls so well.
Well, who you
I'm a
riding
Knicks-
with? That's what I
I'm
want to
a-
know this year. Who you riding with, Knicks or Knicks?
I'm a Nick entrepreneur of the year. I wear blue all day, every day. So if you're going for the Islanders, you're going for the Rangers,
The Mets.
the Mets.
Yes,
I
yes,
gotta
sir.
rep-
Yes,
Josh,
sir.
there you go.
Yes, sir. That's everything. Nah,
I
I'm
rock
good.
with the Knicks, but in general, because my heart has been torn.
Yeah.
Being a Knicks fan, it's
I
okay.
hear you. I hear you.
It's okay.
I hear you.
I still just
Trust.
love great basketball and competitive basketball.
Yeah.
So I love to see games being played where heads are playing from the beginning to the end.
Yeah.
Not we'll just chill in the third quarter and then give it last 6 minutes of the fourth. Now you come to play all day playing, and so like
Consistency.
The
Okay.
Knicks have shown their heart this year as being an underdog team.
Yeah.
To really come to the forefront. So I give it to Thibodeau, who when you look at Thibodeau right here coached Rose when Rose was at his best.
Yeah.
And he also coached Taj Gibson.
Yeah.
So putting them two back together is a great thing. As support where Julius Randle comes over. We have a great team, and what they give up is the chemistry. They give themselves up to the system.
Yeah.
They're just working hard.
That's the biggest difference this year.
Yes. Before
Biggest.
it was egos and heads always wanted not to, and not with everybody. Like, shout out to, the era that I grew up watching ball. That was the Oakley era. That was the Ewing
sir.
era.
Well, that's what we wanted to hear.
Starks
Yes,
era.
sir.
You know what
You
I'm
think they
saying?
compare
Dave
right now?
Mason, rest
Charles
in
Smith.
peace.
It's too early.
That's traumatic, yeah. But yes, Charles Smith.
And
But
you a
that
Knicks
is
fan, and you
traumatic.
mentioned
I
right?
knew that was going to be a
Because
he
trigger
knows the
name.
pain. Y'all
I
guys
know
know
it's gonna
each
be a
other's
trigger
pain.
name. I did it for the show. I had to get that reaction. That's all.
And but that's what lets us know you live and you learn, but you still love that.
Yeah.
So I'm still like when I see Pat, when I see John, I see them and I tell
Starks.
them, hey, John Starks was in here.
Amazing, bro.
Came here, ate ice cream.
Amazing.
kicked it with us, saw me make ice cream in the back, and it's a great thing. Like you can't forget that. But even with the Nets. The Nets moving from New Jersey over to Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I didn't expect them to bomb up so quick and put James Harden, Kyrie, and KD together, but that's also building. That's love.
No.
I rep for the Brooklyn squad because I rep all New York situations.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Brooklyn, baby.
Okay.
But I gotta go with the Knicks first.
Okay.
No disrespect to I love the way James Harden plays.
Yep.
KD is probably the number one player in the league. No disrespect to LeBron either.
these are teams that we're gonna tell like our friends' kids, you know what I mean? Like everybody about
I
like, yo, that
understand
these
what they
three guys this talented was on the same team. But then there was a summer where the Knicks just had a team. As much as I make fun of the Knicks, but they play hard every night. There's so many other teams. I don't say so many other teams, but there's a couple other teams that are more talented than them.
Yeah.
But don't play as hard as the Knicks, and that's what the Knicks record is. What it is, you know what I mean? So
And they're still the talk of the town, even with the Nets doing what they do.
yeah,
Just be real with you.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It really.
We're an
Kyrie's
underdog
still
town. That's what
nice.
New York is.
Kyrie is still one of the best
He's
point
nasty.
guards in the
100%.
league.
Best dribbler I've ever
No.
seen.
Yeah.
Even though my
Probably
dad,
best-
my dad would say
best
Isaiah
handles.
Thomas, but
Yeah, oh yeah.
Nah,
well,
I said-
going back to eras, like and that's a good point, Josh.
Yeah.
What you're saying with Zeke. So what was your era of basketball? What was the era of basketball where you're like, yo, there was no era better than was it the '90s? Was it the 2000s, 2010s?
Or do you keep progressing?
Or are you just like
You
nah?
look at it like, yo, what's here is now.
right.
What's here is now, but
Okay.
the game has changed. The game is metamorphosized into more of entertainment.
yeah.
But there is skill, it's highly skilled. I mean, look at Damian Lillard. I mean, to be
Oh, yeah.
pulling like Curry from wherever.
Word, yeah.
Even LeBron has range now.
Yeah.
I always loved that '90s era because it was more physical.
It was gritty.
The New York team, you know what it was. He wasn't coming in the paint. There was no no layups was given. It was boom, elbows all day.
And we were taught that way
Even
too.
Charlie Ward got busy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
That's how we learned. That's how we
physical.
got to
To play physical,
ball.
right? Yeah.
You know, and we come from the. I mean, hand checking was different now. Now you think about touching a player, there's a foul.
You played ball in the park as a kid. There's
was no
rarely
foul.
a foul. There's no foul
There's
call.
no foul.
And you would hear the slap, like a high five slap from like down.
No foul.
Yeah, you'd be like,
No one respecting that.
No foul.
No one respecting it. Who's gonna respect the foul call?
You'd have to have your teammates vouch for you. You'd be like, yo, look, my man's bleeding right now.
Word up.
We're gonna take the ball.
That's the only way though, because they weren't vouching
But
for you either way. They knew what it was.
But that raised us though.
Yeah, that's facts.
That raised us. Yeah.
I think that's ill because the references you have to even how your company's built has to do with not only like basketball, but that means so much to New York, like New York street ball. You know what I mean? We
Culture.
all can relate to that.
It's
We
all
all can relate to that because
culture-based.
exactly that's culture. That's New York culture. Period. You know what I mean? Like
Even the Ewing collab you had, like how did that happen? Because I see that's part of the culture. Ewing's is
I mean,
like
wearing Pat
staple.
Ewing sneakers, like we all had it as kids, like
Ewings were ill anywhere, but in New York.
But in New York, you got a pair of Ewings on.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And those Ewings you got with the blue on it, that's fire
Yeah,
colorway.
facts.
Yeah, how'd that come about?
It was cool. I met Dave. I met Dave, and then I met Pat. It's kind of funny. I met Pat as a kid. 'Cause
wow.
right there where we lived, we were across the street from the Knicks doctors at Beth Israel.
Oh,
So you
fine.
see a couple of Knicks players pull up, leave their car, and be like, "Yo, watch my car," and you're like, "No doubt."
Yo,
It's like
what?
one day
I would've
Pat
gone
came down,
crazy,
like,
bro.
"Watch my car." I stayed there for like 6 hours, dribbling the basketball, doing nothing, sitting there.
Hopefully he see me.
I said, "Bro, you still here?" I'm like,
Yeah. I'm not going
I
nowhere.
said, "Watch the car, son." You know? And then it was funny. Like since a kid, he remembered me, and it was like
Crazy.
when I went to the offices, I met him. I met Dave, and Dave like really believed in the whole situation of what I was trying to build here, and he was like, "Hey, look, it would be an honor to work with you." And I was like, "Wow, this is crazy." And so, as loyalty is, and how you have relationships built, they gave me an opportunity to make my first high pair of sneakers. And I used to do like shoe work too, so I understand the footwear. I used to be a real good
all right.
sneaker dude.
Yeah.
So
I see the fours today.
they're like
I see what you're
J's.
doing.
I always had
I see what
J's.
you're doing.
You know, and I only wore certain J's too. Like
Okay.
my collection is a little different.
Okay.
I love that thoh. That's real sneakerhead
I
shit.
picked up
You know,
certain
yeah.
things.
Okay.
And when they were like, "Hey, let's do it," I was like, "Pat, remember, like, nah, you should just flush that."
You told them? Thank you. Yo, on behalf of
You
Nick
know
fans,
what?
thank you.
Nah, I be
Thank
doing
you.
that.
That's him.
Thank
That's a
you.
conversation.
I appreciate
You'd have
that,
been like,
bro.
"Yo, John, you should have stopped shooting after a
Word.
while." You know what I mean? I know
I
Pat
did
told
not-
you.
At
Pat,
one
you told
point-
John that too?
I didn't say, but
Oh.
sometimes I just want to be like backhand. Like, chill,
Now, what you know?
chill.
What you know about
You
that
know?
time?
I was in the crib like, "Nah, son,
Yeah.
pass the rock."
Yeah, get that up.
And then Hubert Davis
Yeah.
came
That's
in.
my
and
guy.
hit
No
two
way.
threes.
That's my guy right there.
Like, what
North Carolina
happened
coach
here?
now.
That's my guy.
But I look at it saying, you know what? You live in once you click up and you team,
Yeah.
you live with it or you die with it. So I told Pat it's all good. I lost $100, but I'm still your boy.
That's
You know
fine.
what I'm
Following
saying?
your dream with this ice cream thing led you to meet your idol.
Crazy.
so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
That's the biggest thing of it all. Like for me, it's a memory for people. But when you interact with certain people that you look up and you idolize, and this is like me playing. This is like me rapping. Let's say that's like when I make ice cream. That's what it's about.
Right.
And so when I get a chance to speak my voice and give it to somebody, you hope they like it. When someone tells you, like, "Bro, I love this. This is crazy. You did your thing." So I'm like, okay, cool. At least they understand my energy. For
Yes.
them,
Right,
you know
right.
what I'm saying? And it's crazy. Like from, I've been able to meet so many people. Like, I've served presidents of countries.
Wow.
I've served.
I saw Hillary too.
Saw a picture with you and Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow,
Hillary-
wow, wow.
Was that
Hillary
when she
one.
was
She came
in New York?
downtown.
Okay.
Yeah, when she was in New York.
Gotcha. Okay.
That was dope.
Yeah.
I've served the president of Bermuda, and they call Bermuda is to call the premier. So I went to an event. They were like, "Yo, the premier of Bermuda gonna be here."
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Okay, no doubt." I guess DJ Premier coming up. And I got
DJ Premier coming from Bermuda. That's ill.
So I was like, cool. So I'm standing there, and all of a sudden I'm like, we're Premier.
We're Primo.
Primo.
They're like, yo, son, this is the president right here.
That's the
I'm
Premier.
like, oh,
Yeah.
my bad.
Yeah.
Let me get
Yo.
you these scoops.
Yeah.
And so, like, it was crazy. And at first, he's like, I don't even like ice cream. Get it away from me. And I was like, chill, bro.
That dude's an alien.
We got some chicken
facts.
sandwich ice cream today. He was like,
Oh, son.
chicken sandwich?
Yeah.
You
I
just
was
got
like,
me.
Yeah,
So
word.
He's like, let me try that. And he tried it. He was like, oh, send me another one.
Wow.
I was like, hold on, you didn't like ice cream?
You're like, yeah.
You
You turned
him.
him.
Cabin, like, come on down.
Yo, that is
That
amazing,
was
bro.
love.
Nah, that's
fire.
And that event was a great event, and then also just being able to serve, like I've served homeless people to just normal people in the street,
that's
like
awesome.
That's
you know, like
yeah,
that's
yeah.
really the greatest thing of
Yeah.
when you give someone something. It's like when Grandma fed us. She took her time to say, "Baby, I love you. I made this with love," and
No.
so you understood. So
Yeah.
that's what this is about. Just continuing showing the
knows.
love, you know, and being able to let people know, like, this is your support here.
Right.
It's okay to be involved with it.
That family
Yeah.
feel like, you
Yeah.
know, I know if I'm hungry at this moment, it may be ice cream, but it's still something to really like
Something to-
bring me that joy.
Of course.
Get my spirits up if I'm feeling down at that moment.
And it happens, you know. I'll be a doctor sometimes. You know, I've had like the craziest thing I've had happen in the store was a guy broke up with a girl in the store. So he was on some like, yo, let's get ice cream. They, you know, he was like, oh, I'll be right back. I'm going to
Over ice cream, he broke
He
up?
just left her there with the ice cream and bounced.
Wow.
You
like-
saw this happen? Like,
The whole thing.
lot-
But then it was like,
Yeah.
I'm sweating just listening to
His
this.
name must have been Ali.
6:30, you know, like it happened.
Yeah.
And like I was closed at like 10 at the
was
time.
his name Alexis? No, his name's inside joke.
That's our boy, that's our boy.
We have a friend,
We have a
man.
friend. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's just like a relationship.
Yeah. His wedding would be
monster.
toxic. Shout out to Ali, man.
This
Yeah.
was like crazy. Like the guy left the girl there, so she was on some like, oh, he'll be back, don't worry. So I'm like, no doubt. So I'm serving people,
Oh
doing
no!
my
And she
thing.
just sitting there
Just
like,
sitting there waiting. So I was like, miss, do this. Eat that ice cream. Don't let it melt. When he comes in, I'll get you another cup. Like, it's cool.
Yeah.
Do your thing. She's like, all right. 8 o'clock,
Nah.
9, 10.
well, she had a gallon by then.
Damn, son.
Nah, she just
Yeah,
sat
yeah,
there
she
waiting.
was-
Like,
yeah.
she ate her scoop and she just sitting there. The AC was on bumping. So she's like, no, I'm cool. I was
Yeah.
like, and I was. I
Where
told
she
her,
thought he went?
he went to get change.
Wow. Yo.
Now it's
take
11
any
o'clock.
Yeah.
It's 11 o'clock, and I'm like, yo, look, I gotta close the gate. So I'm cleaning. I tell her, look,
Yeah.
miss, just sit there. Don't worry about it. She starts breaking down, crying.
And she had to be a little embarrassed too, bro.
Yeah, word,
Miss,
yeah.
don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Take this scoop and understand that he wasn't here with you to enjoy this moment of you being happy. So I was like, even though you're very sad, and I don't wish this upon no one, but you gotta rebound anyway.
Fact
Yeah.
though.
So start from here. He wasn't for you.
No.
At least you understood it now, and give someone else this energy and love. And she was like, cool. And it was funny. Like 2 weeks later, she walked by the store and kid ended up buying ice cream. And she was like, you know what? I didn't need him anyway. He didn't even understand what the hell I got here. He bought like a pint or two and went home. And that was also for me, but it was also seeing you were able to comfort somebody.
Nah, for sure.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And
That's
I love
rewarding
that
right
feel,
there. That's
man.
gotta
Hell
feel
yeah.
rewarding, man.
that's
yeah.
the best thing in the world.
Oh,
Like for
man.
myself, like, you know, you go through the ups and downs of it, but when someone comes in and says, I love this product, or, you know, we're sitting here and someone will wave and say hello.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
I mean,
like,
we've been seeing mad
know?
love. Like,
Everybody,
Yo, mad love.
You guys
Mad
can't see the
love,
view
bro.
that we got,
Yeah,
but it's the
but
outside of the
it's-
store. We'll take a
oh,
shot.
man.
Yeah, yeah.
And everybody passing by, just a quick wave,
Right,
quick
yeah,
look.
that's-
Like it's
So-
awesome.
Right.
We
right.
actually.
But you know what you did too, though. Sorry to cut you off, man. Is
That's
that
all right.
now she has a spot that like she meets somebody and she says, "Yo, I know this place."
Yeah, yeah.
And like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, she can like after brunch or whatever the case may be. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
facts.
I'm coming back. You said that's a popular thing for you, right? Like after dates and stuff like that, people come over here. So, hey, you
Yeah.
know, she took a win out of it. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
awesome.
100% took a win out of it.
Yeah.
we actually created a new segment. It's like this new thing. Came up this weekend.
Yeah.
And what we do is we ask our audience brunch banter, right? So when people are at brunch,
That's what we label it now.
we call it brunch
Yeah, yeah.
banter. That's when they talk. That's when they have little convos. I don't go to brunch. You know, like I was saying in the video that I made, I got no friends. So I don't really have that type of...
We're not,
not those kind of
friends.
friends.
Associates.
Yeah,
We're
exactly.
associates.
These are just my business partners. It doesn't mean nothing. We share blood. But the question this week was, fact though. Yo, what about people that save lives?
Yo,
what's wrong with you?
I'm rocking what I said, man.
I said what I said.
Still donate blood. There's a lot of blood that needs to be donated. Especially if you're vaccinated, I think.
Facts.
So the question this week was, is it okay to ask the person you're dating for money? Now, one thing I will say, I think I didn't phrase it completely how people need to be fully defined. When I talk about dating, I'm talking about dating at this time. Like dating in my era was literally your boyfriend or your girlfriend. Like now, dating is, I'm really getting to know this person.
Yeah.
And then we'll get to that level. So do you see those moments, like people coming in here? I know Josh had that question. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, yes, you see couples come in here and the man will pick up the bill, or you come in here, you see the female picks up the bill.
You see women pick up a bill?
Yes, I see women pick
Is
up
the guy like hugging her from behind, like he's doing? That move you do
While that's happening. While that's happening.
I just see guys that stand there like, she paying, man.
Nah, it's a shared bank account. It's a shared bank account.
Brunch and she wants to
I'll
pick
tell
up
you,
dessert.
What's
wrong with that? Hold on,
used it.
what's wrong with that? If I picked up brunch and she want to pick up dessert,
The average answer was no, just so everybody
is that what it was?
Of
Okay.
course, it's always going to be that, because that is the classical, the man must pay for everything.
Yeah.
Machismo, that's what
Yeah.
we grew up with.
Yeah.
Yes.
But, times have changed, right?
Yeah.
And also, I mean, I'm not going to get in trouble here. Women are also created equal as men, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's okay that if the guy picks up the bill one time,
Yeah.
she picks up the bill next time. That's the seesaw that you go through.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, a gentleman should probably pick up the bill.
Facto.
But nonetheless,
There's a lot of butts here, man.
Mikey being Mikey would say, "You pay like you weigh, and baby, you weigh what you pay."
That's the bottom line.
yo,
That's the bottom line right there. That's the
that's the title of our next show. Pay like you weigh.
like you weigh, man.
100%.
fact, though.
So what the general consensus here is what? What do you feel?
I feel like I answered yes, actually, just to fuck around, just to throw the numbers off. So
That was just to fuck around.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
I knew everybody's gonna, like he said, I knew everyone was gonna
stayed
lean
neutral
no.
and just sent the laugh emoji and let it go.
Man, that shit was close. It was 17 to 11.
Yeah. Oh, I could have
17 no to 11 yes.
Yeah.
Like he was saying, like, typically, the woman, the man, like my best friend said straight up, she said, no, it's not cool for a woman to lend her man money, but it's definitely her man should be giving her money.
Can I say this though? The way you're saying dating though.
Double standard.
The way you're saying dating though, right? Like you shouldn't be, in my opinion, you shouldn't even be going on dates and meeting people unless you're really gonna be ready to pay for what you're gonna pay for. Like
as a guy.
Yeah, mainly as a guy, for sure.
Okay.
But just, I guess, generally in a way, like, you shouldn't be... Because what if the guy wasn't ready to pay for whatever? Then you're going to embarrass yourself. I think that everyone should be in a situation being ready to pay for whatever they
So what
pay
happens
for.
if, like, I slide her the bill and I say, yo, we going to bust this down? 50, and she doesn't have bread.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not going to get a second date.
Nah.
And obviously, we're not going for
That's
Mikey's
facts.
ice cream afterwards.
There's consequence to your action,
Okay.
But it depends.
Yes.
If it's a feminist, she might
There's
be with
no
it.
Mikey ice cream happening
Yeah.
after
It
after that
depends.
date.
If it's a feminist, she's going to be with it. She's going to
Okay.
be like, oh, this guy
Okay.
understands me.
I'll
Well,
tell you-
I've
yeah.
always appreciated the pump fake.
Yeah.
Like, just go,
I
just
got it.
pump fake for me, baby. That's
got
it.
it.
Just go to your left, like Mello. You know what I mean? And I'm like, nah, I got you. You
At
know
least
what I
do
mean?
that. That's
I
him.
appreciate that. But now when you start fixing your makeup, you lose points.
The whole ignoring thing. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
if the bill's here.
You start looking at your phone. You check
Nah,
your
man.
settings on your phone. Like, yo, you don't check your phone.
Where do you stand, though?
What's that? What, if I pay? Yeah.
If you're dating,
I'll
is it
pay.
cool to borrow money?
Oh, is it cool to borrow? Nah.
Yeah, I would say don't borrow money.
No.
Just because it's going to make the muddy waters. Like,
Yeah.
Word.
you know, you must keep it, because then if you want to disconnect, then you got the beef of being like, yo, but
You owe me
be
200.
like,
Which happens.
Yeah, like,
Which does
we don't
happen.
need to do all that.
I'm a sucker for love. So when all is said and done, like, I could say, nah, I don't think it's cool. But if I'm even dating, like it's a second date, and homegirl's like, yo, my dry cleaning bill, I can't believe I don't got these $40. I'm gonna be like, yo, here,
I feel you.
go get your dry cleaning.
I feel you.
Do I think it's right? Nah.
No, well, that is the gentleman thing to do, but then you could always be like, look, I'll cover the bill here, and, you worry about your dry cleaning, or you give them the opportunity to
Right.
have the money.
You
But
can save up, ma.
yeah, unless
yeah.
it's like, yo, can I rock with $40 to get my dry cleaning? Then it's like, I think we're gonna look at some change.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
I'll be back.
Either that, you're gonna date me with
funny
stink
as
clothes.
shit.
I want to stay there. This is not dry cleaning.
Because you hit me with that 40.
Listen, man. So what's next
man.
for Mikey Likes? You know, any upcoming projects, collaborations we should know about?
I mean, you know, there's a ton of things. The mind is always spinning, but what it's always about is helping, you know, building community. So we have the Benny the Butcher project on. You know, we got Benny the Butcher where we got his pints going out.
I saw that. That was fire.
Also, you guys doing delivery now? Like,
Yes,
that's
we
dope.
do nationwide delivery.
Yeah.
Plug that, yeah.
Another thing of us opening the Gotham Market kiosk, so you're still seeing expansion, but also you're gonna see some real other cool projects. You're gonna see a third Ewing coming out.
Fire. You heard it here first.
Yes.
So we're gonna retro the first one, and we have a third one coming.
Queens Bully, I think you're associated with that as well. Like, what are you looking forward to doing over there? Or
With Queens Bully, what excites me is that you're in Queens, and there's many different nationalities in Queens.
It's a big melting pot. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just the same way it is in New York, but Queens itself is so spread out.
Yeah.
So what I want to do is bridge that gap of communication through food by offering a flavor at Queens Bully that you're not going to get anywhere, but also that'll excite different nationalities and show how we all can come together and eat one scoop and still take from it different walks of life. And you know,
Queens Bully is the only place that you could get your ice cream in Queens, right?
currently, right now, yes.
Well, what's the flavor?
Shout
What's
to
the
them.
specific flavor they got?
They have a ton. They have
They have a couple
Foxy
joints.
Brown,
Yeah,
they have
yeah.
Cookie Jar,
Okay.
Yeah.
Pink Floyd, Southern Hospitality.
I had Southern Hospitality
The
over
Hulk,
there. Yeah.
Incredible Hulk. They carry a bunch, and that's another great thing. Like, you know, it's great to vibe out and do stuff, but this is when it's like, hey, here's another group of individuals supporting another group of individuals that's building community.
Yes.
And that's a great thing.
Collaboration
to see,
over competition, man.
you know?
100%.
It's a really
For
great
sure.
thing.
We can all win. You know what I mean? Like,
course.
there's enough. Like, we all win. You know
I
what
don't
mean?
see why you shouldn't have like this like a new flavor that would have like raisins and butterscotch and have like purple food coloring.
You see that's
And
coming.
we
That's
just
the
call it-
pitch. That's the pitch coming
right
down.
there. Little by little, we plant
the purple
the seed in
That's
your
the
head.
Made with oat milk.
Maybe with oat milk. Okay.
Something a little different.
Okay.
I'm just saying,
He's
call
like,
it the
yeah,
purple cup.
I'm nod my head for you right now, but in my head, I'm like,
I mean, I'm not gonna act like I don't want it. You know what I mean?
Yo, I gotta
But I'm
shoot my
also-
shot.
Yeah. You have to.
Hey,
Every
yo.
shot you don't take is
Word.
a shot you don't.
That's like the raisins in the potato salad?
Nah, we don't do the rest of the
yeah,
potato
yeah.
salad.
I
That's
don't
a
do that
violation.
shit. I'll
That's
do that neither.
that's a violation,
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
I'm not even going down that route.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to plug or anything like any other collaborators that you deal with, people you know coming up?
I mean, I'll tell you this. Check out Rub Civilian.
Okay. Shout out to them.
They're great. Rub Civilian, great brand, great work over there. Check out Starter Brand, as we all grew up with Starter Brand.
Nice.
Check out Crash Boys International. They're
I'll link all
a
those in the
biking
show.
collective
Okay.
from Philly. from
Nice.
Chester,
Oh, that's fire. You got the Philly Connect too.
So
Dope.
we gonna have some interaction there. But also like come down and check out. You know, we'll be in the MoMA. So
Wow.
you know the same with the
That's
Yankees.
fire.
The
Damn.
MoMA, you can catch us there.
that is fire,
The
bro.
MoMA has our ice cream. Also, we're doing something. I got some projects, man. I don't.
Can't let them out the bag
Unfortunately,
now.
yeah,
Right.
I got
You got
you.
lots
I
of
got
cooking though.
No,
Okay.
but it's what's great is that you give me the opportunity really to see, like, a lot of times when you're just stuck behind a desk, you never see what you do or notice it. So you just made me really see, like, wow, we got some really good projects on the table that are really gonna shake people up. Look out for what I do is I do organic, I do authentic hard ice cream,
Yeah.
scoopable ice cream. I stayed away from the whole softy situation. One, from what the music projects onto our people to start with.
Okay.
So that song is a racist song.
100%.
Yeah,
I heard
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The history behind it.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to come out with the Mikey Softy truck.
Fire.
With your own music?
I can't wait.
One, with our own music.
Oh,
Fire.
man. I can't wait to
Also,
hear that.
two, the flavors and how we're going to treat people with it is the next thing.
Okay.
So you're going to see a Mr. Softy truck start in the Lower East Side. And what we're going to do is we're going to start to approach violence, because we're heavy into violence in the Lower East Side for some reason, and we have the aggressive nature what the system has given us. We're going to make a change here. So I'm going in and I'm making non-dairy ice cream, all coming in soft serve, but all with great health additives to it. So I use sea moss a lot in the ice cream, so you're going to get 92 vitamins and minerals.
That's dope.
You're going to feel great. Imagine kids now coming up and getting something that's good
in
for
their
them.
system. So straight sugar.
Yo.
Right.
Yeah.
And with that, I'm going to give each project a flavor.
Okay.
Or like a fruit. So like, let's say one project is a mango, one project is pineapple, one project is bananas, one project is guavas. And I'm going to now teach the other swirl, so it'll be vanilla, then the other flavor of the project.
Overall, yeah.
And then now I'm going to come out with vanilla and the flavor of the project and be in that project for the day. And then I'm going to say, I'm gone here. I'm going to the next project the next day.
Wow.
And I'm going to go through all the projects in the lower, let them get their flavors, give them power.
Nobody don't bite into this stuff that he's giving you.
Yeah.
These
It's
gems.
all good.
All
This is
these
already
gems
in
you
motion,
getting,
right?
These gems
Yeah,
you
it's
getting.
definitely
Yeah,
in
and all.
motion.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
This is those are
And
dope
and
ideas,
just
man. Yeah.
partnering with people who understand, like produce. I support the guys at the corner of the fruit stands. There's another business that you guys got to look at.
He's a produce guy.
Health Station. They're right here across the street from Harlem Hospital. They're 139th. These guys have their own farms. They're growing produce. They're bringing it into the city.
Wow.
They're giving people stuff that we need.
Yeah.
So it's like, instead of the chicken spot late at night, you can give healthy alternatives and still tasty food.
Right.
And so with the ice cream truck, I'm going to show you that. This is the versatility that you can see with this product of soft ice cream.
Nice.
I'm going to give healthy ice cream. One day it might just be carrot juice ice cream. One day it might be Maurice Sognando ice cream. If I'm up in Dykeman, I'll make the...
Shout out to them.
I like that. Maurice
Shout out to us.
raisin. I'll make all that. And it's to do it to show we all can remember the magnitude of that cone that came off that Mr. Soft
Facts.
truck. But now it's going to be Mikey 5.
Yeah.
I like
and
that.
the fact that I could do that, I'm going to be able to get in touch with the communities now, and that's how you can get in touch with the kids to say stop the violence.
For sure.
And give out paperwork saying you want to make it to the NBA. This is how you get to the NBA. Start training. Start eating right. And work your mind so your body can follow.
Right.
Go to school. Make sure you get good grades because you're not getting into NBA without getting a college education.
Fact though.
So let's get into college.
Yeah.
And Eddie Lau is the coach of our I support a team, and Eddie Lau is the coach of it. And Eddie is a Lower East Side native, but a Chinese guy who is the Chinese Jordan to me.
Wow.
Scored 71 points in the game.
Wow.
Played Division I college basketball.
Okay.
He
Gotta look
used
him
to
up.
be an
Eddie Lau.
agent for a lot of players.
Yo, shouts to him, man.
What's great is that
yeah.
he harnesses that energy to build kids and give them esteem to get into college. And that's what it's about. I got Tehran for the love of the city. That's another brand.
Fire.
There's Sneak Easy, a Murphy's Door Cafe downtown. There's a bunch of us of small businesses
I love
that
it,
we
bro.
pull
And
together
y'all all with
to
the
make
same
it happen.
mentality
Gotcha.
behind everything.
Kareem has a tourist company. So once tourism's back, here you have a brother putting people on boats and showing them around New York City. Amazing.
Yeah.
And this
It's
is what we're in it for.
A question I had was that, and before we end the show, how important is it for you to be such a prominent black-owned business in this era, this time right now?
I say I was like always, no disrespect. My calling came before it was cool. Now it's cool for people to be entrepreneurs and stuff like that. My calling came when it was a different time, and sometimes people didn't even understand it. I'm the lemonade stand 2.0. So there's other kids that want to do the same. So we just have to harness that power and show that collectively we could do anything that we really want to do.
Gotcha.
It's just up to us now to say how can we execute it better, and that's where we fall because we weren't given some of the supporting information or tools to really get to where we want to go.
We always say that.
It's the education. That's where it starts.
Right.
We learned get money first. Everybody was like, get money.
Yeah.
Not understanding money is not a goal. Money's a tool to be successful. Money is just a sheet of paper. What really gets you there is your execution, your consistency, your dedication.
Relationships.
Your relationship. That's what gets you through.
Yeah.
So no, it's not only what you know, it's who you know as well. But at the end of the day, my product, the reason why I feel I get so far is because the product itself will speak. I don't have a marketing ploy. I don't have an advertising gimmick. All I know is I made this ice cream with love. And my aunt told me, if you make anything with love, you serve it with love, the person got to love it. That's the energy that you put in there.
Yeah. Right.
The same way auntie or grandma cooked for you in the house as a kid.
Right.
You could be like, damn, grandma can't really cook that good. But then you taste the food and you're like, grandma, ain't no one beating my cooking.
Right. Nobody thinks they be right. That's
Everybody,
100%.
man, yeah.
That's what I learned. So it's like, I've been cooking. I could cook chicken, lobster, steak, all of that. But ice cream has become my medium and my calling. So it's like, I appreciate it, you know. And what I really love is when a kid comes from West Bubble, like you don't know where they from, and they say, Mikey, I read your story. I saw it on YouTube, and my mom's brought me here because I was doing good in school. I want to get the free scoop.
I've seen that. I've seen you. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Another great thing is like, you know, you were just saying great how Benny just took care of y'all.
Yeah.
Right?
Shout out to Benny again.
Now, I'll tell you something.
Yo, Benny,
crazy.
come in here. Show up on camera real quick,
I'll
man.
tell you something crazy.
He humble. He humble. Thank you, though.
Yeah, thank you,
Benny
man.
just hits you with the, I spilled something on my shirt.
Ice cream so good, I got it all
That's
over
why.
me.
That's why.
Yo, we're going to put your Instagram on here, Benny. You know that, right?
So I tell you what's awesome is like, I'll be having a conversation with Benny and we're talking about business. We're talking about, hey, the scheduling or this and the third, some stuff that we're going to implement or a flavor or a menu item that we're going over before we bring it to the staff. And Benny's 4-year-old son, Braden, will be in the background. And he there, and he's like, yo, get off me. And he's like, why you on me? He's like, I want to say hello to Mikey. And I'm like, word. So I asked him, like, Braden, how you doing? He's like, I did good in school today. I'm trying to do the best
He know
I
the
can.
hook. Yeah, he know the hook.
Now you got them.
No.
But that is where sometimes Ben will tell me, yo, he's being bad today, man. What do I tell him? I'm like, tell him you can't go to Mikey's tomorrow.
Yep.
All of a sudden, the kids start finding stuff to do.
Straighten up.
You know what I'm saying?
The-
And that's all we needed as a kid.
That's amazing.
That
Yeah.
one auntie or uncle that when they told you, yo, step out of it, you was like, all right.
Yeah,
cool.
exactly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Wow.
I'm glad that, you know, the people have anointed me as a powerful piece to help them and to be their voice. I just want to be the megaphone for it and use this ice cream as a tool to get it in front of others so they can understand what we need.
Yeah.
And all we really need is love.
Bottom line,
That'll
yeah.
correct
100%.
it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
So it's like, you know, with anything that we put our mind to, if it's designing a shirt, an item of merch, designing a flavor, you know, it's just showing gratification and gratitude to those that are able to wake up and feel blessed. A lot of people couldn't get up today.
Yeah.
We're fortunate that we can get up, and now let's find our purpose
Right.
and see why we're here.
100%.
So I'm grateful that I've been coined, you know, in fatherhood, I'd say, 'cause I wouldn't say priesthood.
No.
Then we're gonna have to, you know.
Yeah. That's a whole other. That's for
going
after the
down
show.
that
That's
lane.
after the show. That's after the
I
show.
say, you know,
Yeah.
my calling is ice cream, and I'm glad. I'm grateful for where ice cream is going to take me. I'm your door if you're on Yellow Brick Road. So it's like, let's get to the Wizard, let's enjoy life, and meet other people just like yourselves.
Well, we're grateful and blessed for you to have us
For
here
sure,
today,
man. We appreciate
this
that more
is-
than we can say, man. Really, honestly.
100%, man.
Yeah,
This is
That'll
awesome.
never go on.
Yeah. Thank you so much,
unhappy
Mikey.
day.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man.
The hospitality and everything. This is awesome.
You know, it's about learning. I learned a lot. I'm going to keep learning. You know, another one of my brothers, Danny Life, I learned from him a lot. Look at his brand. He has a couple brands.
Shouts
He's
to
ahead
him.
of a curve, too. Like,
Okay.
this guy, his dedication, his perseverance, he's shown me through brotherhood who we are. But also, like, his fight. Like, this brother had gone, he fought, you know, became a veteran, came home, unfortunately had cancer, beat it,
Wow.
and opened up his own grow house in Oregon.
Dope.
Became a ill grower.
Dope.
And
I like
now
that.
he's in New York setting stuff up for other people.
Yeah.
And it's like he learned, he put his pain in
Yeah.
to see the joy.
Facts.
So
Right.
it's like that. I talk to him, and as my brother, he instills self-esteem in me to get up and do
Give you
it.
that confidence. I love that you said that, though. They took
Yeah.
his pain and now brings joy through that. Because
That's what it's
that's what
about.
we all need to do, man.
Yeah.
We go through pain, and we don't analyze when the joy coming.
Yeah.
No.
So accept the pain, understand what it is.
The experience.
So when the joy comes,
Word.
You say, I worked hard for this.
Right.
I earned
You
this.
know? And as long as we earn everything else is water under the bridge, man.
Facts.
You know?
All right, thanks again for having us. Let's bring it in.
Bring it in real
Yeah,
quick.
cheers.
Yeah.
But don't
This
worry.
ice cream is
I
fire.
got something for your cups, like I
Cheers.
said.
For sure.
I got some champagne ice cream.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna try, right?
Y'all just gonna have to think about it.
Everybody.
Look out for the purple flavor. I don't know about the raisins or the other stuff. That
Whatever.
you're talking
Just
about.
make it purple.
My man.